And now back to me. I am here with the latest member who joined us a few months ago, Sue Meierotto. This is the Seattle's Eastside Real Estate Team's podcast. It's a very long title for a short show. Welcome to the show, Sue.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
So let's introduce you to our fans. At least my mom's listening. I know that much.
Thank
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey in real estate.
Well, let's see. I got my license in 2005 in Colorado in the Denver metro area and joined a couple little boutique companies and then found my way to Keller Williams in 2008, where I got Rookie of the Year for my office, which was shocking because it was a tough year. But anyway, I sold real estate until 2011 there. And then I was an empty nester. My youngest daughter got accepted to go to college at Linfield in Oregon. So I was the sole tuition provider for her. So I went back into the hospitality business, and that's what brought me to the beautiful Pacific Northwest. So as soon as she was done, I got my real estate license. I got out of the restaurant business and back into real estate. And here I am and happy to be here.
Awesome. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze. So if I pause, let me know. But tell me your philosophy for customer service, because you've been in the hospitality industry and serving clients at a very high level in real estate. Tell me what is your philosophy there?
Well, I think that it's like it should be always, which unfortunately it's not anymore, but don't over promise and under deliver. I think that we should just wow people with going that extra mile. And every transaction, everybody's different because we're all human beings. And so everybody's got different needs. Everything goes in a different way. Sometimes it's super smooth, sometimes it's not. And I think it's our job to, alleviate any of that for our clients and make it as smooth and seamless for them.
Awesome. So customer service is kind of serving people at their level, right? Where you're at. So tell me about what a challenging transaction that shows that under promise and over deliver. Is that the better? Is that or just promise and over?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I've had lots of them. And a lot of times people's egos, get in the way, whether it's the buyer, seller, or sometimes both. But I had one, and it was last year, maybe a year and a half ago. And when the buyers were waiving all contingencies and giving away their firstborn child and all that other good stuff. And so anyway, long story short, the appraiser saw that there was not a addendum on the contract, and she put in there that there was to check for arsenic in the water for the well, because she and her husband had bought some property in the area and they had arsenic in theirs. And so it was a very tumultuous transaction all along from the very get-go. And so instead of bringing any more angst to the matter, I just paid for a rush well test on the water to make sure that we didn't have to try to extend the closing, which I have no idea if the buyers even have any idea how much that cost or what I went through to do it, but it all turned out good. And I am friends with them still.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think sometimes because if you look at these transactions, there's a lot going on in the background that we don't always make our buyers and sellers aware of. And there's different reasons for that, right? Part of it is I don't want to ring any alarm bells until I know I have a solution for it.
Right.
And so there's times where we're running pretty crazy. And then there's other times where we get sidelined or sideswiped, where, and I know this just recently happened is, we have a lender that everything's good, not Tucker. This is not full disclosure. Everything's good. And then no, nothing's good. And we're in trouble and we're going to miss the closing date. So, as the person that solves the problem, right? Yourself, the real estate agent, how do you protect your clients by being proactive in that way?
Well, I think the most important thing is what my very first managing broker called it was future pacing people, and just to let them know up front that some deals go completely from the beginning to the end smooth, but sometimes they don't. And here are the problems that you could run into. So we're going to do our best to not have any of that happen, but it could happen. So if it does, know that we have your back and we will take care of things.
I
So
think what
does
you said there, you called it future facing.
future pacing.
Yeah, I think that's important. And another way that I put it is setting expectations and telling them what they can expect, knowing that it's not over until it's over, right? And you know, so that's good. Okay, so what areas are you serving, Sue?
Well, crazy enough, I've seemed to have gone quite the radius from the Seattle area. So I've helped people in Olympia, in Tacoma, all the way Whidbey Island. I would prefer to be in King County and Snohomish County. But if I have people that are, if I can't take care of them, I will refer them to another agent who can. But if it works out fine, then I think that serves the best.
Yeah, Sue's going to be the reason why we changed the name to the Washington Real Estate Team. Right. Because let's see, you were in Olympia, Bremerton, and Bothell so far.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
all over the place. All right. Last and not least, you heard my commentary on the situation with the market for buyers. What is your number one best piece of advice of somebody that's considering buying?
Make sure you're pre-approved. Make sure that you're pre-approved and you're comfortable with your payment, and don't be afraid, because we will be here to negotiate for you, and that sellers are definitely willing to work with you and perhaps pay for some concessions to get either your points or some closing costs taken care of. But now is the best time. Competition, not too much out there, much more inventory that there has been.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, get out there, get after. I mean, I used to say, hey, November, December, if you're a buyer, you're going to get your best deal, but it's been so short on inventory for so long. It was like, yeah, never mind. No, now we really mean it. If there's somebody on the market right now and they've been on the market for 30 days, I guarantee they'll negotiate.
That's right.
And if they don't,
they probably don't need to sell.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know what they're doing if they don't need to sell, I don't know why they're on the market then.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people are just a glutton for punishment.
And I would say this, the best thing to do is to meet with Sue either via Zoom or in person and put together a strategy for your goals and your plans. So I think the best way to start a whole journey of buying a $500,000+ house is to spend some time with an expert that's done it a lot. That's why we brought Sue on board, because she's an expert and also cares about the outcomes for our clients. So thanks, Sue, for joining us.
Thank you.
And you guys can see her number flashing there. You could also just reach out to the Eastside Real Estate Team and say, I got to talk to Sue, and we will help you out.
Thanks so much.
For coming on.
I do love your sweater.
Thank you. Did you see it lights up?
Yeah.
I have to back up.
I didn't get the memo. Is that still a price tag on the back of it?
Yeah, so I can take it back. You only need it for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.